What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Art Studio. I'm Charles Maring, and today we're going to be talking about a new product that recently came to market called PlatyPod. And there's two different versions. There's the Ultra, which I have in my hands, which is a little bit smaller. There is the Max, which is a little bit bigger. We'll go through that as well. They sent these out to me, and I wanted to share them because this is actually a product that I think our industry needed. And so I want to share a little bit of insight as to how we're using them and all the potential behind them. So stay tuned. Yeah, so when products come to life that are actually needed by the industry, I love sharing them here on our channel. And this is actually something that I considered doing a DIY on and making my own. And then lo and behold, PlatyPod came out, and I'm so excited to have these in my hands. I've put them to use already, and they're working out really well. Let me share a little bit of insight to my perspective on this product really quick before we go over all the details. Now, we are vloggers, myself and my wife, and so that said, we get a lot of questions. How did you mount your camera in the car? And I'll show you how we've done it in the past so that you can get a perspective of exactly what I mean here. And give you a little bit of insight. Let me stop this from playing real quick. Now, we used to use a little Sound Devices Mix Pre-D for that shot. I'll grab it here real quick. And the Sound Devices Mix Pre-D was fine. It's about 1 inch high, allows me to screw a camera on top, and it's definitely one of the industry-leading kind of preamps for audio for doing broadcast in a smaller format. And I was mounting the camera on this, and it's been pretty rock solid because this has a lot of weight to it. But sometimes, especially in my Jeep, I want to get the camera a little bit lower because the dash on my Jeep is really high. And this doesn't really work out so well because in the shot, I would always get the rear view mirror. Let me show you an example of that. We'll jump over to my Instagram really quick because I just recently posted this. This is our Together in Style Instagram page, which you can go behind the scenes with daily inspirations. But as you can see, this is my PlatyPod post with the Ultra. And in my Jeep, it really sits incredibly well, even on that high dash that's really narrow and really up close to the windshield. And so I'm psyched about that. This is using the Ultra with a micro Four Thirds camera, but being able to get that camera in a very low profile area, sitting really low, means that I can avoid getting the rear view mirror in the shot, and it just works so much better in that particular situation. Now, quite honestly, I was a little bit concerned about the ability of these to hold a camera in a moving car. I'm happy to say it works out really well. I typically use a Lumix GH5S in this scenario, and while this is incredibly lightweight, what they've added to kind of a little accessory kit is this little PlatyPod silicone mat. And I tell you, when you put the Ultra on it, it really holds incredibly stable. And so we've been driving with this in our car, in 2 different cars, and it working out incredibly well with a micro Four Thirds camera as well. So the Ultra, you don't really need to worry about in that situation. Going with the Max, I thought I might need to. Ultra's working out just fine. So there are also some areas here where you can add different types of components, 1/4-20, things of that nature. In the accessory kits as well, there is a strap so that you could actually strap this up to a tree secondarily or something like that. We'll jump over to their Instagram page for PlatyPod and show you a few more examples of how these can be used. So this is the Ultra. Compact, small, lightweight, goes everywhere, and it does come with a strap inside as well. The other cool thing that's inside is, certainly there's a little clip here to hang it on your belt if you wish, but there are screws inside as well. And what that means is, let's say you're mounting a camera and you're setting on it a rock or something like that, you can actually balance exactly how things sit, keeping things level by utilizing the screws here as well. So really intuitive way to allow you to mount your camera in a car or any other different way that you'd like as well. Quickly, let me grab the Max version as well. The Max version is much larger, comes with a nice bag in it too. And this is for larger cameras, DSLRs, larger mirrorless cameras like a Lumix S1 or something along those lines. Conveniently, you'll see that the screws for balancing things are just right on this little front plate. But yeah, there's ability to strap things here, ability to add accessories, so really intuitive. And of course on top, you can use simply a low profile mount like you see that comes with it here in the accessory kit. And then you can also just add a ball head on top as well if you want to get the camera raised up. So a nice way to control how high your camera sits in those situations. Let's dive over to their Instagram real quick and take a quick peek at a few more ideas that others have posted. As you can see here, there's just unlimited ways that photographers and filmmakers are using the PlatyPod. Here's a great example here, kind of using it for a monitor instead. So great for cameras, great for lights as well, or kind of combinations of things. And so just a really cool, impressive thing that they have set up here. And here is a great example of what the kits are, the Ultra and the other, the Max as well. Let's dive over to their website. You can learn more on their website. It is platypod.com, as you can see, and they do have a lot of information here for it. On different ways to use it and all the different accessories and things of that nature. Price point wise, we'll dive into B&H real quick, and you can see things started around $59 for the Max plate, and then there's all sorts of kits you can buy too with the accessories involved, and they do have some suggested ball heads for the different kits as well and the different size plates. So just wanted to share this because I think this is something that I haven't seen before that the industry really needed. I know that we're using them already in a bunch of different creative ways. Love how it mounts a camera in a car, and I can see how we could use this potentially for a million different things, including mounting strobes or lighting sources as well. So that's a wrap for today, everybody. We're going to be doing some more vlogging coming up. We've taken a little bit of a break because we got involved with a bunch of personal projects which are coming along. I'm excited about what's about to unfold here at our studio. I go into the recording studio next week, recording a solo album. We'll take you behind the scenes of a little bit of that, and I've got some visual performance art that I've been creating as well. Don't want to get into that too much just now, but you'll be seeing all sorts of new creativity flowing out of the art studio here that include camera work, but also painting and all sorts of other things too. So that's a wrap for today. We appreciate you. Have a great one. Take care.